Bum, bum, bum. Everybody's happy. Emily looks a little confused and sad.
What?
Brian has only one expression, so that's that. Cassie is a really good gambler. She hides that poker face. And Jason's just looking very attractive tonight, I have to say. So clear.
Confused. Definitely. At least 90% of the time. Sad no.
I'm in your boat. All right, so let's do this thing. Wow.
I'm quite familiar with that. Let's see.
Are you ready? Here we go. Hi, I am Scott Scott's Case Files, and this is Monster of the Week. Above me, you'll see the stars of the show, the players, the awesome folks who join me on a weekly basis, and are crazy to do so, really. But we knew that. Let's start over here with Brian. We have Brian.
Hello, everyone. I've missed you all so much. Mwah.
And Jason.
It has been too long. Scott, I blame you.
You're right to do so. We'll get into that. Just give me a moment. We have Emily, of course.
Hi there.
Yes. Master Monster of the Week keeper. We hope to someday see her stream. I'm hoping that'll happen someday. I would watch. I'm a subscriber. And last but very not least, we have Cassie.
Peoples.
Cassie. I said that like the club. And coming to the stage now, it's Cassie. But so there we are. Riding in the RV again. We're back. Nobody does any. I never heard or seen anyone like role play like cleaning the RV. Does it just smell like feet and like pizza all the time, or how does that work? What's going on there?
I like to imagine Darcy at least enforces like maybe bi-weekly cleanings of this RV. Whether everyone does their assigned tasks is another story. I think she probably handles cleaning the outside. That's her favorite part.
Right, you don't want to scratch the paint.
Yeah, especially since we just had to replace the windshield.
Charles.
And I kind of imagine that when she does it, she maybe she's got like good old fashioned Lover Boy on repeat, just really loud and obnoxious.
Gotcha. That's a Darcy.
Day. That feels like a cleaning song to me.
Okay. Cruel Summer is more appropriate. Actually, you've seen the video, perhaps. Bananarama. Heard of them? Probably not. Okay. Real old. All right. Anyway, so that's the cleaning thing. I don't think Dumas sweats or excretes or anything, so she's completely innocent of any charges of neglect or, nastiness in the RV. Am I right?
I don't know. Do you make a mess, Cassie? Dumas?
What?
Does Dumas excrete? Does she make a mess or a stink in the RV? Or is she pretty much pristine angelic, if you will?
Well, as I said before, she is like possessing somebody that's actually human, so I imagine she does human things.
Yeah, can you imagine? I just have to. I don't want to do this flashback, but I feel like it's almost necessary to like that time that like she's been possessing this body for a day, and she's wondering why there's this growing lump in her pants and why it smells so horribly. And it's like, oh wait, these people poop. I've seen it like a million times in a million years, and oh geez, that's what that is. Oh, I thought I was just feeling nice there for a second, relieved even, So as Dumas then learns the ways of the human body again.
Ladies and gentlemen, Scott with the toilet humor.
Someone had to do it. Well, that's cool.
I'm baffled and confused by this subject.
It's best to stay that way.
Hawk is not thrilled about cleaning, but is always doing it on time, when needed, when asked, and does an incredibly thorough, excellent job of it. And they kind of hate that they're so good at cleaning because they had to work fast food for so long.
Yeah, the skills die hard.
I like to
Sorry,
imagine
Charles is passed out drunk.
We knew
I
that.
like to imagine that because Charles does so much baking and cooking, as we've kind of established, that like it's the kitchen is like his thing, like the only thing he's responsible for in this whole RV.
And he probably still doesn't
cleaning
clean
the
it.
kitchen. And he still doesn't clean it because he's a gross man.
He's a gross man.
Now, Darcy, you're outside the RV right now, right?
I mean, yeah, it's
Clean-
cleaning
clean-
day.
You're gonna notice Fenrir's coming outside by himself.
Oh, good.
He's gonna come up to you, and Fenrir's coming up, and he's just sitting right by you.
Weird,
He's
but
gonna
alright.
look up. Fenrir looks up at you and goes, "So, you work with my dad, right?"
Darcy screams and kicks him. This is fucking weird.
Fenrir just goes "Rrr," and walks back inside.
What the?
This can't go anywhere good.
There are a few possible explanations for this, but I'm just going to keep them to myself.
Sorry, Charles farted and he rolled over and he's still asleep.
Good to know.
But yeah, all of these baked treats, they're divided 5 ways. Charles gets a share, Darcy gets a share, Duma gets a share, Hawk gets a share, and the cleaner gets a share. If I have to clean up after Charles, I get more cupcakes.
Well, I'll write that down.
Charles has agreed to bribe you with as much baked goods as you want to take care of his share of cleaning.
I like the idea of like Darcy being like, okay, we have to keep my RV clean. So here's everyone's tasks. But it's really just like Darcy cleans the outside and then Hawk does everything on the inside. And nobody tells Darcy that no one else is cleaning.
Now Hawk, here's something very important. Fenrir's going to approach you now.
Uh-huh.
The mean lady kicked me outside. And he like nods with his nose.
I just kind of stare and give Fenrir one of those slow blinks. And who kicked you?
Fenrir just looks at you and goes, and walks away.
Oh my.
Well, I imagine that we're out at some kind of gas station since you're cleaning the RV and you, and Dumas probably in there like paying for gas.
Doing something responsible.
Hawk's definitely going to lean out the door and go, Darcy, did you kick the dog?
He talked to me. It was weird. Since when do dogs talk? I think it's possessed. We need to perform an exorcism or something.
That doesn't justify animal cruelty.
Okay, what if it's a demon, Hawk, and we have to kill it?
Charles woke up and he's screaming right now.
Oh, great.
Oh, great.
What do you do? Duma hears screaming from inside the RV. Not the first time.
Hawk's obviously closest to this, so lean in and go, what?
Charles is staring at Fenrir. He's looking at the bedroom, staring at Fenrir. You ate it?
Oh, Jesus.
If you were hungry, I would have bought you food. But why did you eat it? Why did you eat it?
Because you gave me the cupcakes to eat.
Not you, Hawk. I will bake you as many cupcakes as you want. He ate the head.
So, wait, what?
This can't go anywhere good.
He ate Johnson's head.
Darcy peeking in from outside the RV. What? You took the head?
Well, of course, it's my son's head. Of course I'm going to keep my son's head.
Okay, that's...
It's at this point that I really hope that like nobody joined on this episode and like has no idea what the hell's going on because they just turned shit off right now. So sorry to interrupt you there, Hawk.
And Charles is like, of course I'm going to keep the head. I'm like, I am not going to question that. I'm probably going to regret not questioning that.
Yeah. Dumas just comes out of the gas station, hears yelling, sits down on a bench in front of the store and starts eating a pack of crackers.
Don't need that conflict. Don't need that drama in my life.
Dumas like, not my circus, not my monkeys.
All right, so Hawk will look right down at Fenrir. Piercing stare. Fenrir, did you eat the head?
Yeah, I was like hungry and I saw the head and I thought like, why not? I totally ate it. And like next thing I knew that was my dad and you're Hawk and that's Darcy.
A talking dog knows my name. That's not okay. That's not okay. See, we need to do something about the talking dog that knows my name. It shouldn't know me, and this is weird, and I'm freaked out. Hawk, do something about the talking dog that knows my name.
Yeah. It's about then that the little console in the front lights up and beeps, and the new fax comes through.
Damn it. Charles is still in bed, confused. Fenrir's you sit. Stay.
Nice.
And then I'm going to point at Fenrir. Wait here. I'm busy for a second. And then I'm just going to go to the front and grab the fax.
Okay. Let me share with everybody.
This is week 7, right?
I believe it is. All right. Read the facts.
Just pull that up here.
Who's reading the facts this week?
I thought it was Hawk.
Well,
Fenrir walks up and knocks the fax out of your leg, and he's just looking at it, and he goes, "All right, consulting team 042 from John Smith. Phone, don't call. Fine, I won't call you, asshole. And reply, chaos in Texas. All right, cool. Just so you all know, I went to bat for you with the management team on the vamp job. Is that a pun? You got the master, but sweeper team had to go in and mop up the last for them. At least that's how I talked it up. Man, you guys suck. Good luck on this next one, and you're sending an illegal amount of Xanax for you to a P.O. box in Steelhook. Whoa. It has literally become a part of the equipment loadout for all PCI bounty teams. Location, Steelhook, Texas. Weird. Assignment type, a termination, target, not normal, commission, standard. Triggering incident. In the town of Steelhook, Bexar County, Texas, there have been 2 murders, several missing teens, and terrifying sightings that have led to institutionalization of one individual, an Uma Barnes, at the local hospital in the past month alone. Wow. That's twice as many murders as had occurred in the Steelhook in its entire history. Kids don't normally go missing either, and people don't lose their minds in the space of a night. Well, that doesn't sound normal, so, right? There are these few details that go on and a lot of mystery involved. Oh, wow. This sounds crazy. Fenrir looks up at you.
I'm supposed to go to small town Texas and investigate murders. Okay.
And maybe
What do you do?
something with the talking dog. Do you think we could leave him here? This is weird.
The talking dog is actually the least of my concerns right now. So seriously, Fenrir, you knew you weren't allowed to eat the head.
Yeah, Dumas comes in and hands the receipt to Darcy and just looks around like,
Gives her back her debit card. Here.
Darcy. Oh, this is actually funny. Dumas hands it to Darcy. Darcy hands it right to Hawk.
The CFO of the group, yes.
Yeah.
and she says, "So are you done screaming yet?"
Charles comes in. He's just, I do believe I'm done with my little episode. So you're still going to be called Fenrir. That's okay. That's okay with me, Dad. You can call me whatever you want, but I do like the name Fenrir. It's better than Johnson. It's better than sounding like a baby powder. So go ahead and call me Fenrir. I'm going to have to get used to this, son.
Oh my. All right. Are we going to do a travel montage, or what did you guys want to do? Handle? Do you have a scene you want to handle yet, or no?
Darcy does this drive with headphones in, which never. But she can't handle the talking dog. This is too much.
I'm sorry, Darcy, but Fenrir is going to be sitting right there in that seat next to you, just staring at you the entire time.
God.
Just.
All right.
Not just going to try and spend time with Fenrir, seeing what kind of capabilities the dog has, and whether or not new Fenrir can be armed.
Oh, Jesus, that's what we need.
Hawk is ever the pragmatist.
The only thing Fenrir does is he weakly holds up a paw and goes, I'm a dog. I don't have thumbs. And it's really hard to hold up two legs, and he flops over and gets up. So I'm not really going to be much use to you unless you want to creep someone out.
All right, I will teach Fenrir how to play patty cake.
He is more than happily abiding.
Yeah, that's a macabre travel montage right there. But that's what we're here for. We're here for the strange, unusual, and creepy as shit stuff. So, welcome to Monster of the Week. So, yes, travel montage. Going to Texas. A lot of people with guns. The pickups are big. It's literally anywhere. But yeah, so you eventually do find your way to Steelhook, Texas.
How convenient. We also have guns and pickups.
I was going to say one advantage of having to go to Texas is that I can just parade around with the elephant gun in my business suit and nobody will think twice about it.
You have a point. So where is your destination in Steelhook?
I mean, I don't know. What do we have to go on? Some murders. There's a bunch of Xanax in a PO box somewhere.
That would make sense. For the first place to go would be to go to this PO box and at least pick it up. We don't really have anywhere else really to go at the moment, I don't think.
Right.
It said some people were hospitalized for mental institutionalized.
Yeah.
We could go see them.
We get to break into an asylum.
Don't act like it's Darcy's first time.
Or I can just walk in.
Excellent. All right. So we getting that big pile of medical grade Xanax there? Or are we going to
made that her priority because Charles at least definitely needs it. Probably her also.
Yeah, Darcy, I will just divide this between the two of us.
I think everybody's going to need some by the end of the road there. Yeah, you pretty much walk right in, and the lady behind the counter at the post office with the PO boxes are, she just looks at you, and you see her glance up, and then glance at you, Darcy. Up, back at Darcy. Oh, you're here for the package.
Yeah. Although you might have to be a little more specific, because I imagine you get a lot of packages here.
Well, she reaches up above where you can see, takes this thing down. It's literally a picture of you with the company logo on the lower left. It's the crappy picture you took for your company ID way back when. Literally on no day's sleep after a 3-day heist and et cetera, et cetera. No, nobody looks good in their company ID, and Darcy is no exception.
Okay, so it is for me. Gotcha. Can I have the picture?
Oh, sure, honey. She hands it to you. I just need it for the ID for the package. That's all.
All right, thank you. And Darcy shoves it in her pocket.
No, it feels like 10 pounds worth of stuff. It's hefty. It's like basketball-sized package.
Okay. Thank you. Have a lovely day.
You too now, sweetheart.
And then brings it back out to the RV. Now, is it actually Xanax if we open it? Or
I think you would at least go into the RV before opening it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'm taking it into the RV before I open it.
There's a bug that's flying around my mouth, and it's not good.
We don't like that either. We hate that.
So when I open it up, is it legitimately Xanax?
It is legitimate. It's like a tub, like you've seen the big protein shakes in that type of tub, and the side has like a label taped to it that says Xanax, and if you pull it off, it says it's some military testing facility alpha, and then some long scientific name that you can't even pronounce.
Charles
Okay,
reaches
so
into
it's
is gonna reach
not
into the box and
Xanax?
go is gonna go, ooh, drugs. I'll take
Oh
some.
God!
He's gonna pull out the big old bottle, open it up, pull out like 4 or 5. I'll tell you how I
Okay.
feel later.
Okay.
And he walks away.
Charles is the guinea pig, I suppose.
Excellent.
Darcy will take one.
Why not?
I'll just see what happens. Why not?
I will write that down. All right.
Right.
All right. What do you do now? Where are you off to? What's going on?
You said something about going to the mental hospital.
Yeah, to see Uma Barnes.
Yep. Google Maps will get you to the local hospital easily enough. Google Maps is not sponsoring this show, by the way. I'm just putting it out there. Not.
Right? Yeah.
What's that?
Hospital.
All right, let's do it.
Dumas down. Down for the badness.
You know, now that I've already broken into one hospital, it's kind of lost the novelty.
So yeah, you get there, pull up front, and it's like any small town hospital. It's several stories high, but nothing impressive really. Very sterile looking. There's like a main entrance area, like there are with the big revolving door, so people with wheelchairs can even get through there safely and everything. It kind of moves by itself a little bit. What do you do? He asked.
I should be able to just quickly talk my way in.
Is that what you're
I
gonna
was
try?
about to say, this feels like a hawk thing.
This feels like a hawk thing.
This feels like a hawk thing. Yeah, so I guess the logical thing to do would be to obviously go up to receptionist or whatever and ask where I can find this Uma person.
Gotcha. All right.
Like, what room is she in? Yada yada.
Gotcha. So, is anyone else going with Hawk, or is Hawk taking the lead and just kind of being a point woman?
I'll go with Hawk.
Charles will follow behind.
Dumai, are you the only one left behind, or you want to go in?
Sure, let's go in.
Let's party.
All of us. We're
Nice.
a whole crew.
Good. All right. So yeah, you step up to the front desk, and there's a young woman sitting behind there, probably like a high school student or something, and doing like a volunteer thing probably. It's like, oh, hi, hello, miss. Can I help you?
Yes. I am here to see Miss Uma Barnes.
Oh, are you a family member?
Um, yeah, well, I'm actually a social worker out of San Antonio that was hired by our family to check in on her because they aren't able to make it currently. But they wanted me to check in and relay everything that was going on to them.
All right, that triggers your Jessica Jones entry. So go roll plus charm, please. All right, we got an 8.
Oh, yeah, an 8. Ugh.
So on 7 and 9, pick 2. So what are you gonna do?
Yeah, we don't really need to do that at hospital, so I guess you don't piss anybody off.
Okay.
And I guess find what we wanted.
Okay. Yeah. So she, the girl behind the desk is, you've significantly confused her, as is Hawk's MO, and she you can see she's kind of flustered by it. Like suddenly you're an authority figure in front of her. Oh my god, this is a social worker, and she's here on behalf of the family. And oh my god, what happened to that poor girl? So she gives you she holds out like a visitor pass, and she's like, can I help you? And she kind of gestures to Dumas.
Dumont just tilts her head and just like walks over to the waiting area and sits down.
Okay, who's next?
All right, so I know where to go. I've got my visitor badge. I don't think I can necessarily get a visitor badge for the rest of them, especially under this cover.
Right, yeah. If you're going in like this, then they're not part of your team, pretty much.
All right, go ahead.
I would like to talk to the woman.
Okay, so yeah, so you come up to the front of the desk, and how can I help you, miss?
I was wondering if I could ask you about something.
She kind of looks around like, am I on camera? Something, what's about to happen here? She's freaking out a little bit. Well, sure.
I heard a rumor, right? There were some, and she kind of glances around because there were some, murders that happened around here. What do you think that's about? Isn't that weird?
Like that's not just weird, that's terrifying. Yeah, I mean, nobody gets murdered here. You aren't one of those, follow the trail murderers and stuff, are you?
Oh, like
a groupie?
Like as a hobby?
Yeah.
Oh, no, nothing like that. I'm undercover. See.
Okay. Well, I mean, out of curiosity, who are you undercover with?
I can't tell you that.
Wow, you're that deep undercover, huh? Well, if you're looking for information on the murders, there's a newspaper right over there. It's from yesterday.
Okay, but I was wondering if you may have seen anything since you're the receptionist and you see, who comes and goes.
I'm a hospital front desk attendant. I'm not a receptionist.
Oh, I'm sorry.
She kind of stands up. Did you need anything, or can I serve the man behind you?
Nope.
Pointing at Charles.
I'm good.
Charles is going to walk up to the desk. Now, here's the thing. He has on a bow tie, and so does Finra have a bow tie. He's going to walk up to the front desk. Hello there, madam. My name is the amazing Ronaldo. I'm the world-famous ventriloquist. I'm here to entertain the children in the ward and just lighten everyone's day. I am Ronaldo, and this is my amazing talking dog. Well, it's not really talking. It's actually me, but I'm that good. Show her, Finra. And Charles pulls out a water bottle, starts drinking it, and Finra looks up and goes, "Yeah, we got talent."
She's like, "Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!" So go ahead, roll. God, I don't know. Yeah,
Manipulate.
Roll to manipulate.
Manipulate someone.
So without charm,
yeah.
I'll say you triggered it. Go for it. Yeah, manipulate somebody. Roll plus
I
charm.
couldn't do it.
Yeah, as a note, I was kind of waiting for it to trigger, but you didn't. There was no reason.
not bad.
I know.
Not bad.
Well, Charles actually has plus charm.
Yep.
We had a fun moment of Darcy trying to be Hawk for a second, failing miserably.
You found the newspaper. See, you would have found that on your own. Good job.
I wouldn't have looked around and found it on my own, I'm sure.
All right, 7-9, they'll do it, but only if you do something for them right now to show that you mean it. So she's like, sorry. One second. She's like, yeah, my nephew at home would love this act. Can you sign an autograph for me? And she puts out a hospital notepad and she's like, could you please sign for me?
Now it would be our pleasure. Now Charles signs it as the amazing Ronaldo, and then he puts the pen in Finra's mouth and he does a little signing motion. And then he hands it back. That is for him.
Well, thanks. Well, yeah, she pulls out a visitor badge and here's one for Fenrir too. And she gives Fenrir a badge.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. And then Charles winks and has and Fenrir looks up and goes, "Yeah, thank you so much for letting us in." and they're gonna both walk in.
Oh, all right. So what y'all doing? So Darcy and Duma are hanging out in the lobby, apparently.
Hanging out in the waiting room. I grab a newspaper.
Duma looks over to Darcy and how much you bet there's going to be either an explosion or somebody's going to die or be possessed by a demon or something.
I'll bet you $10 on explosion.
Okay, I'll take that.
I'll take that. Damn. All right. So is Charles trying to hang on Hawk's coattails, or is Charles going his own way?
Let me think here.
Yeah, Hawk will definitely take her time, take a few steps in, and then stop and concentrate, stare at one of those big maps of the hospital they always have on the walls to help you find your way around.
Mm-hmm.
Just to see if the rest of them manage to find some way in.
Good luck. You've got great chance.
Charles has an idea. He's going to look for where the nurses and the orderlies are all hanging out.
It's a bit further in. You can kind of see maybe a break room off to the side once you walk down the hallway a bit and off to the left.
All right, so Charles is going to try to play. He's going to try to play this coolly. So at first he's going to walk by, but then he's going to have Fenrir walk in at first, and then so he's standing there, but Fenrir's right there looking in, and then Fenrir goes, "Hey people, what you doing in here?" you mind if I ask you like a couple questions? And then Charles turns to look at him. Ha! I'm the amazing Ronaldo. This is my amazing talking dog. You see, I wanted to ask you all a couple of questions. I like to get information about local area for when I'm doing my act. Now, I've heard some troubling rumors about recently that there's been some murders. Now, have any of you fine people heard anything? Possibly. And he has like Finner chimes in like, yeah, have you heard anything? You could totally tell us. We're like really reliable.
Oh my god. All right, go ahead and roll to investigate a mystery. This is possible.
Yay.
Am I the only one getting beats and butthead vibes off of Fenrir?
No, we're with you.
Just the accent.
So, all right, so hold one, Charles.
Awesome. So, Oh, this is. What happened here? There we go. That's what I think feasibly. Maybe maybe they heard a rumor or something. Maybe they could feasibly piece together. So I think that's a realistic question I can go with here.
Sure. So yeah, one of the guys is kind of like, oh yeah, hey, there, Ronaldo, ooh, totally in the middle of a double shift, and is just unhappy at the world, and Ronaldo is not bringing it up a single notch, and the guy is like, he takes off his scrubs to change it into a fresh set that is less soaked with his own sweat from all of his labor, and he's like, yeah, so are you like going to entertain kids? I don't think the murders are going to help your show, but I mean, so yeah, I mean, there were the couple, we found the dead kids, knifed in the belly. Other than that, there's the crazy girl upstairs. She kind of lost it, screaming about, dark places. It's hard to get a word out of her. And, yeah. So yeah, bad things, man. Bad things. Hey, I gotta get out of here. I gotta get to the next room. Meds to hand out.
Thank you for your time, sir. Now, yes, I do entertain children, but at times I will go and entertain adults, so I like to do a little edgy comedy, but that's a little bit too dark even for the amazing Ronaldo here. Yeah. Thank you again for your time.
You get down with your bad Ronaldo self. Yeah. Dude could use some Xanax, probably. Yes.
Hey.
Yeah. We happen to have military grade.
I'm just waiting for the point where the great Ronaldo introduces himself and the person is like, I know you.
Oh God. Continue.
Okay, so now Charles is going to head on upstairs to the crazy girl.
Well, were you close enough to Hawk to hear? Because Hawk was the one who actually got that information.
Oops, never mind.
Hawk, have you short stepped and stared long enough to let Charles catch up to you, or are you kind of going on your own?
No, I mean, I'll start hanging out. It's up to Charles whether or not they're going to follow. But mostly that's just kind of like, purposely delaying, giving people a chance to catch up if they were going to.
Sure, and it looks like this is it.
Yeah,
Charles is your team.
Charles was definitely going to go back to Hawk.
I think Duma will try to get in, so she'll go up to the receptionist and just kind of lean her arm on the table and be like,
the counter, yeah.
On the counter, and she'll grin, kind of look the receptionist in the eyes, like, really turn on like the charms. Like, hey, sweet.
Turn on the bad girl hot.
Yeah. Listen, my brother, he broke his leg on a motorcycle accident earlier today. Is he in here?
What's your brother's name?
See Daryl Jones?
Daryl Jones. She'll like glance down, sit back in a chair, and kind of clickety clack at the computer. No, Daryl Jones here. Do you think this is the only major hospital in the area? Was he maybe taken to a different county?
I don't know. I talked to somebody that brought him in here earlier today, and they said he'd be I think upstairs. I don't remember the room number though.
Well, I mean, yeah, he's definitely not in our system, I'm afraid.
Yeah. Well, do you think I can just, go in there and try to find the person I was looking for, the person that called me?
Well, what's their name? I know all the EMTs and the drivers that come in here.
EMTs and drivers. Yeah.
If you're trying to trigger a move that I'm just not aware of, you gotta let me know at this point.
Did you forget that you could just teleport to Hawk or Charles?
Oh, I know I can do that. I was just wanting to do charm. I was like,
your fast talking has some lacking going on here.
It's okay.
Go ahead and take Darcy with you. Yeah.
well, I was trying to flirt. I was trying to flirt with the woman, but I don't know how to flirt.
Right.
It's okay. We'll figure out something else to do, Cassie.
Just turn on that angel smile and go, I am not the biker you are looking for.
Oh, gosh. Too funny. Well, you know what? I'll put a note to look out for Daryl Jones, and I'll put a note out to like the other counties and let me know if they have any. And if anything comes in, I'll let you know immediately. I'm kind of like the nerve center of the place in that sense.
Well, thank you very much.
You betcha.
And Dumas leaves, embarrassed.
I need to learn how to. I don't know how to flirt. I was going to try to actually convince her by flirting, but I don't.
Well, no, and here's the system moment. So it's like you didn't give her anything to do that. Like you didn't put any leverage on her. So if you'd suddenly propositioned her or said, "Hey, I was wondering, if I could, happen to bump into you over there behind the, the thing, and by the way, I'm very hot from the trail, if you know what I mean," then you would have maybe triggered manipulate somebody. So, but the problem was you didn't put any leverage out there. In order to trigger it, you got to give some leverage as to why they want to do this for you suddenly, and then we roll.
Oh,
or like the ice cube. Oh God, it's so hot in here. Oh, this is just off the top of my head, Cassie. Really.
Hey.
Well, it accurately reflects the fact that Dumas is still learning how to communicate with people, much less finesse them.
Well, I'll say this, like, hey, since I'm going to be here for a while anyway, you want to get a coffee? Maybe, talk.
Okay. For your effort, I will let you trigger manipulate someone. You worked very hard for this one. I appreciate it. I appreciate you.
Okay. Yeah.
So roll plus charm.
I'm trying to flirt, like, really badly.
No pressure. Oh, there you go. Oh, did you roll weird or
Yeah,
charm?
I roll weird.
Oh, instead of charm?
Unnatural appeal.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. All
Not
right.
has a move for it.
Okay, so 7 to 9. That's cool. So yeah, they'll let's see, weird, so charm. So they'll do it, but only if you do something for them right now to show them that you mean it. So wow, where do I go with this one? So she'll be like, she'll like look around and you look like a biker. Do you think we could take a ride on your bike? Because I can take a little break and I'll wait out in the parking lot.
That sounds like a plan.
Okay, well, she kind of puts up the wait until summon sign, whatever it says. It's like, and she kind of like really loud, like overly loud, to kind of announce it to the room behind her and everything. I will be taking my 20-minute break now. I will be back soon. And with that, she kind of, just kind of do. She is not good at this. She's like, ooh, looking around, ooh, do. And before you know it, she's out the front door, leaving the front desk unattended.
All right.
All right.
Guess I'm going in.
That's what the front desk chick said. You had that one coming. All right, so let's cut to Hawk. Hawk, by now you're up to the room. Charles on your coattails, so to speak. It's a room. It has like an observation window in the front, and as you look in, you do see a woman, early 20s or so. She's laying there strapped to a gurney, a bed, really, with restraints, like those stereotypical leather with like wool on the inside restraints type of thing. And there is a intravenous drip going, probably saline or something like that, just to keep her hydrated. And she's just kind of looking unblinkingly up at the ceiling, and she looks not good. Like, they've cleaned her up. She's not filthy or anything, but her hair's bedraggled. Her face just looks, like it's quite obviously she's seen too much of something. What do you do?
Is she conscious?
Her eyes are open. That's all you can really tell from here without going in.
Well, I guess we're going Uma Barnes? Is that you?
You see her eyes blink once, and then her head kind of slowly moves up. This looks like something out of The Exorcist right now. It's just like there are these movements, the way we as humans control our muscles, and hers is not working the way it should. Like, you see, it's like jerk, 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 jerk. Like there's like a little, almost like there's like a gear allowing her to crane her head up to look at you.
Ew. Seems to be indicating a yes. Yes. No, I'm down here from San Antonio, and here to try and figure out what's been happening and what happened to you, and see if we're able to solve that and keep it from happening to anyone ever again. Are you able to talk or communicate in any way to help me understand what's been going on here?
So let's. I'm going to say you triggered another manipulate person. You're asking them to do something they don't want to do. So let's roll that. Bit of rolling going on today. A lot of manipulation. Ooh, went for the 11. All right. yeah, so you basically again, and just as a system moment, the leverage that Hawk used was something horrible happened to you. I want to make sure it doesn't happen to anybody else. So I called out enough leverage to trigger the manipulate someone move. So with 11, they'll do it for the reason you gave him. So yeah. So she kind of her eyes look at you, and then it takes her a few seconds for them to like focus. You know how they see the pupil dilate, and then it kind of focuses back in on you. It's like, do I know you? And her voice, I can't imitate it. It's like scratchy. Like this is what you and Darcy used to sound like after the concert that lasted all night. You know, from screaming the whole time. That's her voice right now.
No, you don't know me, but I'm here to make sure this doesn't keep happening to anyone else.
Like, how are you going to stop it? Are you going to stop him?
Him? Who's him?
Who is him?
Or
Let's roll
or is it
investigate a mystery.
uh-huh. This I'm not so good at.
Can't be good at it all, Hawk. 9. All right. So hold 1. So what thing do you want to know on the list?
No, as I say, who is him or what is him? So I was going to go with what sort of creature is it? If I can find that out.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, yeah. That's an appropriate question for someone who is probably a witness. So, yeah. So she's like, he comes from nowhere. He has those long black pants, the dress coat with the tails, like 100 years ago. The black vest, the red tie, the white shirt, no face. And there's tentacles. He has tentacles.
Well, out of character, I know who this is already.
Oh yeah. God damn it!
I'm guessing this fellow being described is not very chubby.
Mm-hmm. And maybe his last name says man.
Oh, Crybaby Devilman?
Ooh, I love that. I love that series. But Charles is gonna reel a chair up and put Fenrir in the chair.
Oh God, that's what a crazy person needs to freaking see. Oh my God!
and he's going to come up to the woman's head. He sees she's all like disheveled and not feeling right in the head, and he's gonna like kind of stroke her head and go, "I can see you've had a troubling time. I'm going to sing you a little nursery rhyme that I would sing my daughter." Fenrir immediately turns and looks at him and is just like, "You son of a bitch! Little bug, why do you look so down?" Turns to Fenrir. "You don't have to have a frown.
Jesus
because,
Christ.
because when we are both around, you'll never have to wear a frown. Because your father and brother will always take whatever's down. I'm the amazing Ronaldo, and this is my amazing talking dog. Yeah, you don't need to be worried about anything else, little lady."
She takes in a breath, and then goes, then just starts screaming. You can see her fingers. They've already cut her fingernails, but before they did, you can see where like her hands are digging in now. She cut her own palms with her own fingernails, squeezing so hard. So yeah, she's screaming her head off. There's orderlies and nurses and a doctor or two rushing in, and they immediately push you out. Dumont and Darcy, are you going up, or do you actually? Like I said, Hawk only is the only one that's info. So do you know where you're going, or are you just gonna wander around?
Dumas went to the parking lot with the lady.
Oh, Dumont. Oh, did Dumont actually do that, or was gonna meet her out there later?
Well, what did you say meet her out there right now or later or what? What am I doing?
Well, she did take a 20-minute break, so you have 20 minutes.
She went out there right now, and I know that I said that Darcy ran in.
Okay.
But
yeah.
I don't know if
So Dumas is a distraction, basically.
If I can get in there, I will. I don't know if I'm with the lady or not. Am I with the lady?
You're with the lady on the bike right now, let's say. She's riding on the back, and her hands are wrapped oh so tightly around your waist. And you can feel like her breath on the back of your neck as her face is like pressed to the side, like right up to the collar of your leather jacket. And she's like, "Go faster." You started this scene, I didn't.
Yeah.
So that's where Dumas at.
All right.
Getting very, I am getting flashbacks to a corny song from very, very long ago when Will Smith tried to be a rapper.
Oh.
And it's just the one line from the song. He picked up this girl in sports car, and she just is. And it's the song "Drive Fast." He turns me on.
You met the girl he was talking about, basically. All right, so we'll put Dumas off to the side for a moment as she's the incredible distraction and learning a little bit more about human interaction and flirting. So, Darcy, you're in.
But I'm in. Now, I do have a new move that you and I haven't quite discussed the terms
Oh
of.
my. Do you know?
Yeah. I took the spooky move Hunches. When something bad is happening or just about to happen somewhere that you aren't, you roll plus sharp. Now, I don't know if you wanted that to be like I tell you, like I want to do hunches, or you deciding like, oh hey, something bad's about to happen, Darcy, roll for that.
Okay. So I suppose we need to define something bad is happening. Is it danger?
Kind of sounds like it's very analogous to read a bad situation where you aren't.
Yeah,
right.
Kind of.
Let's see here. So something bad is about to happen. Let's see here.
And also, speaking in terms of the system, like over the table, keep your secret things for anyone watching interested in being keepers. This would also be an opportunity if you wanted to move your countdown forward. If someone was like, hey, I want to roll hunches, you could just be like, oh, hey, this is a bad thing that's happening now.
Gotcha. I'm going to say that it doesn't trigger it. I'm thinking something bad is more than just, someone freaking out. This is more like somebody's in actual danger. It seems like because part of the move talks about you knew where you needed to go just in time to get there. 7 to 9, you get there too late in time to intervene, but not prevent it. So let's word it out. Are we calling it like actual danger, or like bad things in terms of Charles is talking to another human being again, because that's going to trigger all the time.
I would say danger. I'm also not I'm not thinking that the scope is just like in the hospital where I'm currently
right.
At.
Could be like anywhere.
I mean, like
the vicinity.
Anywhere.
Right.
Like narratively, it would be like I just get a gut feeling like I gotta go that way.
Right. I'm going to say that it doesn't trigger now. You don't feel anything presently. But Darcy, if it's one thing Darcy's good at, it's getting into a place, efficiently moving around and searching through things and eventually finding what you want. Ooh.
Yeah, all right. So not hunches. What I would like to do, I'm not with Hawk or Charles, but I do know that there were a couple of murders recently. I'm
Thanks to
gonna
the
see.
newspaper.
Yeah, thanks to the newspaper. um, I'm gonna see if I can, sneak around a little bit and, maybe steal some files or whatever. See what
Steal
see
some
what I can
files.
find.
Okay, all right. So that if you're like kind of in the hospital and now you're looking to break into like a room, we can now certainly look at your move. What you call
Burglar.
it? Yeah, burglar. So thank you. All right. So when you break into a secure location, roll plus sharp. So, okay. So are you basically looking for like a file room, computer room, that kind of thing?
Yep, somewhere where they keep information.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I can see like you're walking down just a normal hallway and suddenly off to the side and start to pick a lock, behind your back type of thing. All right. Go ahead and roll sharp. Let's do it.
I guess it's not that hard to at least initially break into here. Now the receptionist is on break.
that is true.
One
Yeah.
time I haven't gotten a full success on this.
All right. Pick
Oh
two.
boy. Pick two. I'm gonna say, uh, you don't leave a mess and you find what you were after.
Okay. All right. That is a good one. All right. So, I'll say that. Oh, this is a good one. This fits in with another thing. So, yeah. So you kind of do the thing. You're walking down the hallway, just kind of hanging out the side and in front of the door, and hands behind your back, and you pick the lock literally behind your back because you're a thief. And you kind of, as the thing opens, slowly slide in, and next thing you know, the door is closed, and it's a file room. It's like a physical file. This is, not high tech stuff. This is, I won't say Texas because we all know Texas is a modern state and all, but they're this is not a large city. This is not any place that's on the map. So yeah, they're still pretty much like hard copy. So yeah, what are you looking for? You'll find it, but what are you looking for specifically?
I'm looking for information on what happened with these murders, right? Like how,
like a coroner's report? That's
yeah,
that's feasibly findable here.
like an autopsy report.
Okay, yeah, you can find. I'll let you find that.
Yay, I found it. Should I roll investigative mystery too?
Nope, not yet.
Okay.
So you're there. You find the file. So you found what you're looking for. You didn't make a mess. So good job. So the door opens up, and you hear this woman's voice. All right, now, come on out. I know you don't belong here.
Can I feasibly like tuck it away? Do you think so? Like I could take it with me.
You can try. We'll say, yeah, you can. If you're gonna tuck it behind you, yeah, we'll start with that.
Okay.
So, assuming are you gonna show yourself, or you're just gonna ninja around or something? Okay.
I'll show myself.
Okay. So,
but not the attempting to sort of like tuck it in my shirt or something in the back, but then also
worst
being like,
shoplifter
hey.
ever.
I know.
Yeah. So, as you kind of look towards the door, there's a woman standing there, kind of, kind of like in a power stance, arms on the hip, fists on the hips. She's wearing what looks like a suit coat, and a cowboy hat.
Is she hot?
Is she hot? Hot is in the eye of the beholder. She isn't hard on the eyes, certainly. Yeah, she's a blonde lady. You can see she has her hair back in a pigtail, and she raises her hand, and there's a badge in it. I'm a Texas Ranger, and you're going to need to explain to me why you just got into this room.
Well,
Ma'am, why don't you step outside the door here?
okay. Yes, officer.
Yeah, so she
But
kind of holds the star up so you can see it. And
that's
leads
a
you out.
statement that hurts Darcy to say.
So yeah,
Yeah, so
you're
in the
out.
hallway now.
You're led in the hallway. It's like, Miss, what's going on?
I was lost.
You were lost.
I was lost. Yeah.
She kind of
it's the
looks
funniest
around.
thing.
She kind of looks around. There's some orderlies going around, and like a paramedic driver comes in. He's like, she looks over to one of the orderlies. She's like, "Hey, Stanley," and the orderly looks up, and he's like, "Yeah, Miss Ellis." She's like, "Hey, can you tell me, is this my first day as a Texas Ranger? Is this my first day? Am I new at this?" He kind of looks confused, and he's like, no, you've been, around these parts for years now, here and there." "Oh, thank you. I just wanted to clear that up." She turns back to Darcy. "So, you know what? This isn't my first day on the fucking job. So why don't you try that I got lost bullshit with someone else?"
All right. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a better answer.
You can see she's itching to bring out the cuffs right now.
Has Charles been pushed out to where he would be coming and seeing this happen?
No, you guys are on a
I
different
don't
floor
think-
entirely.
I don't think
No.
I don't think Charles and Hawk can save Darcy at all. Which is unfortunate because Hawk usually saves Darcy in these situations. So Darcy takes a long moment and then just says, "All right, I'll be honest with you. Okay,
That would be refreshing.
I this is weird for me, so give me a second. So I am part of a team. We hunt monsters. And we're looking for information on a couple of murders that happened around here. And so I broke into your informational room here at this hospital to see if I could find some information about that." Wait, yes, I know I probably could have just asked or whatever, but that's not fun, right?
Yeah. So she's like, she has literally my expression. Like,
She still thinks I'm lying.
yeah. So you're like them ghost hunters, huh? But monsters. Like you're a Squatch hunter. I hate those guys.
I haven't. Who am
Don't
I
you
to say
goddamn
whether
tell me what a Squatch sounds like either. I don't want to hear that crap.
I mean, who am I to say whether Sasquatch is real or not? But I personally haven't hunted one. But okay, so
About this time, Dumas comes back in with a young lady from the hospital, kind of draped on her, and she kind of palms you her number, and Dumas now can go wherever she wants.
All right.
And you see the scene. You do see the scene of a cowboy hat wearing woman talking quite sternly to Darcy.
this is not the first time Darcy's been in this situation. Let me tell you that. But yeah, Darcy is like, well, I mean, it's not, who's to say if the Sasquatch is real or not? I haven't hunted one. And what I can tell you is I mean, you had a couple of people get murdered, Um and my people decided that it seemed like it wasn't a human that did it, and the lady went cuckoo, right? And she could probably confirm that it, wasn't a human or whatever. So I mean, why would I know all of that if I wasn't here for like businessy stuff, right?
Because you read the same newspaper I read this morning?
I mean, I did
You
read
know
the
the people were
newspaper.
murdered with a blade, right?
I don't know if that's really true. But you know,
Hey, why don't we
whatever.
just take a look at that? Hey, do you have the file with that? I'm curious. We can look at the morgue report right now.
No, I don't.
What's Dumas doing? Besides be bemusedly not in trouble
Oh,
and looking at this scene.
oh.
Uh,
I just want to get a quick Dumas reaction. We'll head
Happens-
back up to Hawk and Charles.
You see what happens when you're honest with people? Nothing good comes from telling the truth.
Dumas just kind of standing nearby unobtrusively while I'm trying to think of something that if I wanted to say anything.
Okay, so we'll leave the scene for a second as the Texas Ranger unhooks her handcuffs.
Great.
All right, Hawk and
Awesome.
Charles. Hawk and Charles, you're rushed out of the room, and the people have kind of calmed her down. She's been given a shot of something, but now people are kind of a little more concerned. They're like, you see one of the doctors dialing a phone, like a cell phone, and she goes, yeah, Ranger Ellis, we need you up here now. Well, I'm not sure if you'll be able to talk to her much after this, but you got to get up here now. And she kind of has a couple words and hangs up. And she's like, all right, who are you two jokers? So you got the visitor's passes, but that could be anybody. What's going on here?
You see, my name's Brenna Witzer. I'm a social worker that's normally based out of San Antonio. But I can't remember her name. Cousin Miss Barnes, who heard that she had ended up in the hospital here, was not able to come check on her, but was very concerned and had hired me to come down and, to evaluate the situation, provide any support to Miss Barnes that was needed, and basically compile a report back to them.
Mm. And she's suddenly a siren goes off behind her, another alarm. She's like, yeah, just do what you're gonna do. Turns around. Now, another mechanical note. What I'm saying is this carries on to Hawk's move where she specifically chose not to piss anybody off. So this is them not being pissed off. So yeah, you're kind of doing your thing, standing there. Now you're alone. Are you going back in? You staying out?
Charles is gone now.
Charles is gonna look at Hawk and go, maybe it would be a little best if I didn't have me and Finra here. I think maybe it's a little too jarring for her. So he's gonna go back downstairs.
Oh, I almost forgot. Hawk, can you roll weird for me, please? For no reason whatsoever.
For no reason whatsoever.
Oh, great.
Ladies and gentlemen, the infinite -1 weird Hawk. Yep, there we go.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
cool.
Excellent.
Nice.
All right, we can continue on with our day.
Oh, that's it, is it?
Absolutely.
Just remember to mark your experience.
Emily, have you been giving Scott lessons?
I actually have. No, I didn't teach him how to do this. If I had to guess, it's probably a custom move that we don't know about. Ooh.
Spooky.
But sure, I'll go back in to look at Uma. She seems to be palm down. They obviously sedated her. Is she out or is she still conscious?
She looks kind of like she's conscious, but riding on a cloud, a warm cloud.
Yeah, I think Dumas walks around the corner and then is behind Hawk.
Funny?
Left, Darcy?
Oh, she abandoned Darcy.
And then Dumas says, "Cop downstairs about to arrest Darcy."
Right.
Oh. Oh. Mm.
All right, show me where.
So what's the deal here?
No, she described what did this to her. It seems like she might actually be possessed, or at least partially possessed. I don't know. She didn't seem overly cooperative, but I was able to get one thing out of her before she lost control and started screaming and thrashing around, and had to sedate her. So, and I'll lead, but all right. Show me where this is happening with Darcy.
I'll be there in just a minute. I want to examine her myself, and she'll tell Hawk like where Darcy is.
No sense of urgency.
Yeah, take your time. Hey, I saw like a candy machine there. Would you give me a Snickers on the way down? Really craving a Snickers
Just
right
like,
now.
Darcy gets arrested all the time. It's fine.
No, ultimately, Dumas can still get there faster than Hawk can. So,
True
Fair.
story.
so Dumas checking out Uma. Then Hawk's on the way down to Darcy.
What's Charles doing?
Oh, Charles already headed downstairs. He was
He's
headed down.
already ahead of the game. He's more concerned about Darcy than Hawk. Excellent.
I don't even think Charles knows that Darcy's in trouble.
No, he was just heading downstairs because he was just like, I don't think it's a good idea for me and Fenrir to be up here because if we do anything else, they might be onto us. So let's go downstairs.
Charles has common sense for once in this campaign.
Goddamn. Had to happen once. A blind squirrel finds a nut every now and then, as they say. So Dumas, let's cover Dumas' scene real quick. So yeah, Dumas, you step in there. She's hooked up to intravenous drip, etc., in a room that's really doesn't have much in it except a couple charts and that kind of thing. What do you do?
Well, she just kind of like walks up and just looks at the woman for a minute, and then her eyes like glow white, and she's gonna try to like examine if anything magical happened to the woman. I want to like trigger my move like that old black magic.
Ooh, let's look at that. Unless I looked at that myself. Let's see here. Dumas. All right, so let's look at what you're talking about. That old black magic. Oop, thank you. When you use magic, you can ask a question from the investigate a mystery move as your effect. Ooh, all right. All right. Let's see here. Okay. All right. Go ahead and roll plus weird. Use magic. A 5.
Mark
Remember
that.
that-
Yeah,
That
Mark.
fails in the same way use magic does, Scott, not investigate a mystery.
Right, I get you. All right. So first, and also roll a weird for me, Dumas.
Oh, great.
Oh no!
What?
For no reason at all.
For no reason at all. I just want to see what it's like. Okay.
Oh, that's a good weird roll.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's good.
I don't even like that. Yeah.
All right. So so as you kind of do your thing, you kind of do your eyes look into another world type of thing as you're looking at her. You're kind of seeing into her memories for just a second. Things are nice. She's kind of walking with her boyfriend in the forest. It's right next to this playground. And they basically start swinging on the swings, doing things that, 20-somethings do with their significant others, and suddenly there's like silence. There's like, before there's like crickets and birds, night creatures making noises, and suddenly it's just nothing. And it's just it's even for Dumas, it's a little creepy. That's saying something. And you see kind of a couple people come into view, and it's also looks like another couple, except they look scary, and they have a knife, just a carving knife, that you get it, pick out of your kitchen. And as you kind of bring that scene in, like this, like in Dumas' head, like, oh, this is going great. This using magic is awesome. I'm in 5x5, and then like suddenly everything gets really intense, and suddenly right in Dumas' face. And he kind of looks. And then as that happens, what do you call it? Dumas will take 1 harm.
Does it go through my armor?
Yeah, sorry, this is nothing to do with your armor. So yeah, take 1 harm.
Psychic damage.
What's that?
I said it's psychic damage.
Psychic damage, yeah.
Like D&D.
So yeah, I'll leave it to you whether there's like blood coming out your ears or your eyes a little bit, little blood tears or something like that. But yeah, you see this figure, and yeah, just it's like it saw it, you saw it, and then it saw you, like in this past thing here. But yeah, we'll leave Dumas there for a second. Charles and Hawk, you get down to where Darcy is. Darcy is literally about to be hooked up with handcuffs. The ranger has the cuffs up in the special position you put them in, so like you can ratchet them on and not get them twisted out of your hand, type of thing. This is professional we're looking at here. And she sees y'all coming. I can say y'all because it's a Texas episode, and she kind of sees that you're coming not down the hall but towards her, and she starts to like put that first cuff on Darcy, kind of touches the edge of the cuff to her, so when she puts the pressure on, it'll flip around. She's like, "Can I help you?"
What is going on here?
Well, you see, Hawk, I'm getting arrested.
Oh my God. You know this woman?
Yeah, she's my partner, one of them.
I'm her boss.
You're okay.
my
You're not
assistant.
my boss. Listen, I told her the truth.
Oh
She
my
knows her
God.
monster hunters. You don't have to pretend to be like you're better than me, okay?
You told her that we're monster hunters.
She wanted me to be honest.
I am going to look at Ranger Ellis with this kind of pleading look in my eyes, like, oh my fucking God, I am so embarrassed.
Charles is just gonna look and go, well, I guess it's the sham's all over, and honestly, if you need proof. Fenrir, yeah, you ever seen a dog talk before? I bet you haven't seen that much.
Oh God.
Well, when I first came in here, I heard all about the Great Rodaldo, so yes, I have heard of a talking dog. So, you, and he points at Hawk, and she's like, you look like a straight shooter. Tell me what's going on and why I shouldn't arrest this lady for breaking into the records room of a hospital.
Oh yeah, I did that, Hawk, by the way. Just so you know, that's what I'm getting arrested for. Not all the other things that I could be getting arrested
worst
for.
perpetrator ever.
So my expression is going to go from embarrassed to exasperated and embarrassed.
Help me out here. I really do have better things than to process this lady. for breaking in. Looks like she didn't do much harm, if any at all.
Well, the fact is that, yes, we are from out of town, and we are here to investigate the recent murders and other disturbances. Yeah,
On whose authority
those
are you doing this investigation?
I really actually, they just call themselves the director. They seem very, very stuck up, and they keep trying to put on this British accent, and it always falls. We're supposed to plant in, but they won't actually tell us their name. But we are with an agency. And I was told to bring a team here and investigate these murders because for some reason, somebody way above my pay grade in San Antonio decided that this was somebody, I don't know who, decided that the regular police couldn't handle this. Obviously, they didn't know the Texas Rangers were on the job.
Nice.
You guys are definitely several cuts above. In which case, actually, I would, appreciate the chance to collaborate with you on this further. But I totally understand. My assistant here,
I'm not your fucking assistant.
who is
Also, I told you we were being honest. Why are you?
who is often recalcitrant, but I keep her around because when push comes to shove, she really does come through.
All right. You've worked it enough where you can now roll your manipulate someone. Roll plus charm. You buttered her up enough. You've made it. You've shared her derision for Darcy enough. You're in the right place.
There's one person here who's not happy about how this went.
You hit 11. Damn. Good time to roll an 11. All right. She kind of looks Hawk up and down, and besides the color, their mode of dress here is very similar. So you can kind of see, maybe a kindred spirits. Like, okay, here's the deal. And she kind of makes a show of putting up her cuffs and putting them away. And then she kind of takes Darcy by the shoulder and moves her physically next to Hawk, unless she resists. And she's like, all right, so I don't feel like dealing with this. You seem to know what you're doing. I don't recognize the authority of any director, but truth be told, I don't know where to go with this.
Sure, we weren't looking to cause any trouble. I had told her I was going to go and see if Miss Barnes, who was a witness to what had happened, knew anything. And I guess you found her in the filing room. I guess she took that upon herself, but she does have some unorthodox ways of gathering information. And I admit, if she actually found anything, it'd probably be useful. But I mean, that was entirely her own volition. But we're not looking to violate the law. Sometimes, I mean, little things like that happen, but it's not like we're out here to hurt anybody.
And see here, and my name is actually not the Great Ronaldo. That was just my cover. I'm part of this group. I'm what you would call the muscle, and this here is, well, not really my dog anymore. This is my son, who I had to kill just recently. Who I had to kill.
Really? You had to oversell it.
Ronaldo. This is not the time, Ronaldo. This is not the time for a performance. Shush. The adults are talking.
Oh, man. So she's like literally like at this point she's like shaking her head. She's like, all right, I was going to ask you to maybe cut some corners for me on this investigation, but I don't like the cut of their jib, if you know what I'm saying. So, why don't you go your way? I'll go my way. We'll forget this little incident, so I have to do the paperwork, and I hate paperwork. And
Tell me about it.
I'm gonna solve a murder mystery.
All right. I do very much thank you for your kindness and your consideration. I'm sorry to have taken this time out of your day.
And
We appreciate
she tips her hat at Hawk. She looks to Darcy and gives her like the two fingers. You know, she's like, "You do well to listen to your boss a little more presently. It'll keep you out of trouble in the long run. I do like the cut of her jib. So stay out of trouble. Don't speak, or I'll call it harassing an officer of the law. And go. I want you out of this hospital. Go, go, go. Don't, little lady. Don't do it." With that, she turns around and she goes to right where you guys came from, going up towards their room, it would seem.
Yeah, Darcy's gonna march off. She's not saying anything else to either or Charles. She is storming her way out of this hospital. She's very upset about what just happened.
All right. So I just want to finish off Dumas' thing, and then we'll take our halfway through break. Dumas, what are you doing recovering from your brain aneurysm?
Yeah, well, I imagine she'll just find some Kleenex and clean herself up a little bit. And then, I think there's anything left for her, so she'll leave.
Okay.
Huh.
You probably, we'll say you time it well enough that by the time you're going out the front door, so are the trio of doom over there. And let's do our halfway through break. I'll see you guys in 10, and we'll see what happens from here. Should be interesting. Be afraid. Little afraid. Always be a little afraid. All right. See you in 10. All right, we're back from our break. So the group is leaving the hospital under the more or less order of a law enforcement officer who almost busted Darcy. What you doing? What's going on?
It's not a good day for Darcy.
Well, seeing as Hawk is a millennial, she would definitely know exactly that description. And as I suppose we're all making our way back to the RV, I just kind of look at you both like, so apparently it's Slenderman's in town.
Oh, I just want to make a note. Slenderman is a trademarked thing. This is Thin Man in this universe.
What's a trademark?
It is actually a copyrighted thing that's legally bound to a company. Thin Man. Don't get me arrested. Thin Man.
Blame Sony Pictures.
Thin Mints? No, that's a big...
Call Monster Thin Mint.
No, that's a different show. That's a different show entirely.
Apparently Slender Sam's in town.
Yeah, Darcy's down speaking to Hawk right now. She has marched her angry self into the RV and right into the driver's seat, but she's not mad enough to drive away without waiting for everybody else to get in. So
Charles is gonna look at Hawk and go,
there's a saving grace, I suppose.
What in the hell is a Thin Man? And then Finward looks up at him and goes, Dad, that's from like that website, Spooky Linguini. It's all the scary stories from the internet. Oh, you mean the stuff the stupid children look online? Okay, I gotcha. So we're looking for a fake thing from the internet. How do I kill it? Do I go to a computer store and chainsaw the computer? How do I get rid of this thing?
It's a very good question. I myself am not actually overly familiar with that particular mythos.
I did see it. It was quite painful. Also, I got the number of the nurse in the desk. Do you want it?
You got the front nurse's number?
Yeah.
High five.
Stream 5.
Yeah, you go, girl.
Was that everybody getting into the RV, or does Darcy need to like honk obnoxiously? She will.
Feel free.
So Finrir took the initiative. He went to the RV first, and he's sitting next to Darcy.
Oh, great!
So where are we
Talking
going?
dog.
Where are we?
And now
Where are we going
he's just
now?
staring at you. Charles is going to think,
A lot of thinking going on.
Let's.
Wow. This could take a while.
Dumas, good job. Hey, I think I saw it, but it formed some kind of connection, and there was feedback. Do you want to maybe take a look at what happened to me? Maybe it'll help.
Well, that actually sounds like more where we could actually find a lead. What all did you see? What was the overall location? Where did all this happen when you were seeing?
I saw some kind of playground with swings. The woman was there with her boyfriend.
All right, this sounds like let's go investigate a school. Sounds like a playground, maybe a school of some kind.
Maybe we can just ask where a local playground is.
We can Google it. I mean, Scott already said we use Google Maps to get here, so
That's fair.
we can Google local playgrounds in our area. That's not weird at all.
Yeah, that'll put you on a list somewhere right away. Are you actually gonna do that? Is that your play here?
Yeah.
It can be. Okay. All right,
Or either that, or I can try using hunches. The problem is, I don't know when it's okay to use hunches, and I don't want you to have to be like, oh, you to like keep track of my move. You know?
Oh, well, I can probably keep that in mind at least. But yes, so let's do. Okay, so are you going to Google it? Yes or no?
Oh, Charles is going to pull out his phone and just go playgrounds.
Yeah, so you see several pop up, like a little flag things, popping up and whatnot, and there's there's one by a school, there's another behind a church, there's another in this little mini type of suburb right off, and then there's this playground that's like all by itself in the woods.
Got it. We go to the one by the woods. It's always the creepy one by itself.
Yeah. Since we're searching on the internet, is that playground considered a crime scene now?
You would have to get there to find out.
Just searching for it online is definitely not. But yeah, to find out if something's a crime scene, you have to basically go there or have somebody live reporting on the scene.
Okay.
All right. Darcy's just gonna take Charles's phone and use that his GPS thing.
She still hasn't said a word at all.
Hasn't said a single thing to anyone.
Yeah,
Yep.
I was asking if maybe Hawk can do first aid on me while we're going over there.
You took Charles' phone and you noticed that he has a My Little Pony charm on it.
Who doesn't?
Okay.
Oh well, I mean, if Dumas indicated they needed it, it's not. It would that sort of thing wouldn't be obvious, so side. But if there's any sort of first aid or medical care I give Dumas, I definitely would.
Okay. Yeah, you definitely Hawk, as you kind of examine her her face, you can see her eyes are bloodshot. In fact, like one of like the you've ever seen it, like the whites of someone's eyes is totally red as a capillary burst type of thing. And so if like you dab right there and kind of put like a cold compress on it, we'll call that first aid for this, and then Dumas can lose that harm.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to be in. So what exactly were you and that nurse up to?
Well, I told her that I was looking for somebody in the hospital, and that didn't work, so I just asked her to go out to coffee with me, and she wanted to ride my bike, and then she gave me her phone number. And that let Darcy get through, so that's okay. She was a nice lady.
And somehow getting this nice lady's number hurt you.
No, that was up when I was with the woman. Something was really wrong with her. Is this really weird-looking, faceless man, and it's very painful to look at. I need to really. Being in this body is hard to do magic with.
Good point.
Yeah, it's like that pretty much matched the description I had. So yeah, it's definitely odd. So, but seems like Charles figured out where to go. So I guess we'll wait until we get there and see what we can find.
Gotcha. So you kind of drive to an area. It's obviously it's in the woods, so you can't drive straight to it, but you do get to a path, like almost like a trail marker. It says La Follette Playground, pointing that way, and it goes down like a little path. It's like obviously like a city managed thing off in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, Darcy, she wastes no time like pulling into this parking lot and just like throwing it into park, but not taking the care that she usually does when she drives, because she's just mad, and again not saying anything, kind of just, do I have my shotgun again?
Yeah,
I know we got.
it was returned. We recovered it from the sheriff's vehicle
Okay.
after he
Okay.
was killed.
After we
Watch
murdered.
that episode to figure out what the hell I'm talking about.
So picks up her shotgun and her baseball bat, puts her revolver on her side, and then just like marches out and starts going down the trail.
Not a word to anybody.
Not a word.
All right, what's everybody else doing?
Okay, so Charles is gonna look to them and go, I'll follow after her. Fenrir went right after Darcy.
How does this dog like her so much?
You'll
She
find out
doesn't
why.
like him. Oh God. Oh God.
All right.
I don't like the sound of that.
What's your ma doing? What's Hawk doing?
I guess I will have to follow behind.
All right, same for Dumas.
If we're in the playground, I'll definitely change back into my street clothes rather than my suit.
Okay, do a quick wardrobe change and do the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Dumas just pulls on her gloves and gets ready.
Okay. All right, so y'all again, we're in Texas. Y'all find yourself going down the path, and it's nice and wooded on each side. If there wasn't the idea of the possible terror that's happening around here, this would actually be really relaxing and serene. But otherwise, it looks like you're walking through a scene from Friday the 13th as they're running away while the killer is just walking at a slow pace behind, type of thing. That's the vibe you're getting. You do get to the playground, and it's kind of one of those with the dome monkey bars and a slide, and you have like a set of like 2 normal size swings and 2 little baby swings. You have to put a little toddler in, and off to one side is a guy. He's just kind of sitting there, cross-legged on the ground, and he has this picture in his hand, and you can see, even as you walk in, you can see that he's like, he maybe heard somebody and he's stifling his tears. Dumas, you recognize him. He was the figure with Uma and on the swings that night. What do you do?
Duma like turn back to him. Yes, the guy that was with the woman here.
He doesn't seem to care that anybody's around at this point. He kind of keeps doing his thing. He's just kind of looking at the picture and just sitting there transfixed on it, puffy eyes.
Darcy isn't gonna talk to him.
Because she's not talking to anybody.
She's not talking to anybody. But she is gonna go out into the surrounding area of the playground and see if she can find anything.
Ooh,
Spot anything.
I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing.
Investigate
Yeah,
anything.
yeah, you could possibly investigate something. All right, let's do that real quick, and then we'll figure out what everybody else is doing. So go ahead and investigate a mystery, Darcy. Investigate a mystery. An 8. All right, hold 1. What you got? What's your question?
All right. What can hurt it?
I don't think. How would you be able to tell from scouting the area?
Yeah, maybe not. Just seemed the most helpful.
It's certainly the most helpful.
Yeah, that's okay.
Do you have another question you want to ask instead?
I will if you'll let me.
Yeah, that you didn't waste a question. I'm just telling you that that's not a question that can be answered with this. So yeah, so you can ask a different one.
Where did it go?
Ooh, good one. So you're not exactly a tracker, right? However, it's interesting that you kind of see it's like this area is kind of overgrown. Once you're outside, like the path and the playground that the city obviously maintains, the surrounding brush is just overgrown. It's not taken care of. It's not cut back. It's not nothing, not anything. So you can see if you had to kind of make a guess at what you're seeing, like as like you can see like 2 trails of 2 tracks kind of walking through the underbrush. And then and like breaking out from it, the 2 of those, and then whereas the other ones begin way back there's a third that's in the between them that suddenly starts right at the edge of the end of the foliage when it's going to come into the actual playground. So the question of where did it go? It disappeared.
Yeah, when you said I saw 2 men with knives, right?
Another couple with knives.
A couple.
A man and woman in this case.
A man and a woman. Okay.
All right. So as Darcy is cruising around in the foliage, totally out of her element, she's a city girl, if you haven't noticed. What are the other 3 of you doing?
Okay, so Finner follows after Darcy. Charles is going to approach the man on the bench. Sit next to him. And then he's just gonna look at him. You look like you have the weight of the world on your back there, friend.
Kind of, as you sit next to him, you see the picture he's holding is of Uma looking far, far better, more healthy and vibrant, as opposed to that wreck that you saw back in the hospital room. And he like takes a second. He like dries a. You didn't see it fall, but he dries like a tear off the picture, and he kind of looks at you. He's like, "I'm just a coward. I'm just a coward. That's some weight to bear. Then you got it right, friend."
Howard.
Hawk,
Maybe.
you do anything?
Mostly at this point, well, Charles seems to be talking, so, yeah, I guess I'm gonna try and look around to see if I can find any sort of clues or evidence in the playground then.
Yeah, Dumas just looking at the guy and thinking,
Okay.
and like,
Yeah, she has not mastered sorrow. This is probably something different for her.
no, I'm pretty sure she knows sorrow.
Ooh, touche. Right.
When Charles hears him say coward, he really feels sympathetic, so he's just gonna look at him and say, maybe talking about it would be the best thing to help you right now. A sympathetic ear, I find, is sometimes can really help when you're going through some really tough situations. And I'm willing to be that sympathetic ear for you, so go ahead. Unload your issues. I'm willing to listen.
Kind of takes a second, looks to Charles, and he sees that look of like genuineness in Charles's eyes, and he's like, "Me and Uma were here. We're just having a great time. Such a great time, and we're swinging on the swings. We're joking around. We had a few beers before he came out, and then they came. It's like I hadn't seen them since high school. Jenny and Sean. They looked weird. They looked crazy, like they're on drugs. Maybe they were, but they.
Now, young man, before you continue, I only want you to keep speaking if you're comfortable to. If you are comfortable continuing on, please do, but I only want you to if you feel okay with this.
Like, yeah, someone has to hear it. No one else will believe me. I don't even know you, sir.
I assure you, I will believe every word you say, and my name is Charles. So please, continue.
It's like, thanks, Charles. I'm Kenneth. He puts out his hand.
Charles takes the hand and shakes it.
Okay. It's like, they started small talk and then kind of circling around the swing set, and then they started getting a little crazy. Like we were gonna go somewhere terrible. And I didn't know what the hell they were talking about. I kind of pulled Una towards me, and next thing you know, Jenny pulls out a knife. a butcher knife, like in your kitchen, like you cut the big vegetables with. And she cut my Uma, and Sean was right there, and I freaked out. I freaked out and I ran. I didn't think I could do anything, and I ran, but then I stopped. Once I was outside and they couldn't follow me, I looked back and I watched. You won't believe me, Charles. You won't believe this.
I promise you, I will believe you. Please continue.
It's like they knifed her. They watched her bleed. And when the thing got there, I know it's made up and everything, but it was there. It was the Thin Man, not Slender Man, which is a copyrighted thing which we do not infringe upon. And he was there. He was right there with us. And they said, you can either go to the place he sends you or die right there. Because they were just going to let her bleed out. And she says, I don't want to die. So the thing reached out to her with those tentacles and took her in his arms, and she started to shimmer. Then I saw this thing behind him, this door open. It's like purple and black and all the colors of the rainbow in the worst ways you can imagine them. And he threw her in there, and it closed behind her. And somehow, a few days later, she's back. Like this. And I just let it happen. Just let it happen, Charles.
Charles is going to hug Kenneth and tell him, Kenneth, I'm here to kill that creature. I'm going to get revenge for you. I will avenge you and Uma. You do not need to carry this. I don't want you to have this on your back anymore. Give it to me. All the sadness, your misery, I'm going to take it and I'm going to fucking kill that thing for you. I promise. Now the best thing for you is to go home. Go home and get some rest. I'm going to take care of this from now on. And then Charles is going to pat him on the shoulder, on the back, and then stand up. Where would you say is the best place for me to start looking for this thing?
Look for Jenny and Sean. Nobody's seen him. And he reaches up to you with a picture and holds it out to you.
Charles will take the picture. Kenneth, I want to thank you so much for everything you've told me. You've been an amazing help, more than anyone could provide. But please stop shouldering this guilt. You did nothing wrong. Nothing. Because I can tell you, I've seen things. And I've seen so many monsters. And you may think you're a coward and that you're maybe some kind of monster, but no. You're not. You're just a simple boy who was in a bad place at the wrong time. Now, let this old man take care of everything for you. And Charles is going to start looking at the picture.
Okay. With that, he'll kind of you can see he's holding it a sob. For whatever reason, again, what you said really did lift something from him. And with that, he kind of just stumbles off, and makes his way back up the path. So, Hawk, what are you doing to investigate at this point? What are you kind of milling around on?
Darcy's gone off into the woods, it appears, right?
Right, she's not back yet.
Yeah, so
The dog.
I guess
With the dog.
Staying out of the woods, I guess, kind of in the playground, just kind of walking around, keeping an eye out, just like old-fashioned small-town detective work, essentially. So
Gotcha.
not a real detective, but usual things like, all right, I'm going to look for clues and just see if anything's really standing out or not.
Okay, that's fair. Go ahead and investigate a mystery. Roll plus sharp.
I know I'm not very good at doing this, so
That's all right. You're still doing pretty good. So hold one. What's your question?
I guess I mean, there are a couple of logical questions here. The one that seems most pertinent, I guess, is where did it go?
Okay. So you will kind of find a similar thing. 'Cause, you find yourself kind of over to where, kind of, not ironically, to where Darcy is in the foliage. And you seem kind of very much what she did. You see, like, it's like that. There's definitely like this grass has been untouched for years. Nobody's gone through here, and suddenly there's two trails that kind of lead off into the distance, and one trail that starts there and then comes out of the bushes, and it's hard to say where, but you might not you're not sure if it's whatever they are coming or going, but you can definitely follow the two sets of tracks.
Shouldn't there technically be 3 sets of tracks at this point?
Well, not that Hawk has discovered it. Remember, Darcy is still deeper in the foliage. But yes, she's probably the third person or the fourth person to be out in that general area. What do you do?
Hawk
So, yeah.
is now going to be with Darcy.
Yeah, so now you'll do kind of like that. Not quite that. What's that movie with the two dogs where they're eating the spaghetti and they meet in the middle? Same thing without the spaghetti and they're humans.
It's not spaghetti and they're humans, so it's completely different than that. But it's.
I was just drawing there's a picture there. Everybody saw it. Everyone's seen it. Everyone knew what I was talking about in the whole wide world. So, yeah.
And so Hawk and I are about to meet in the middle.
You met in the middle. What do you do?
Lady and the Tramp moment.
Lady and the Tramp, thank you. What do you do?
But Hawk is not mad at Darcy. So that's definitely a thing. Oh, hey, Darcy, you found another bill too? Do you know if yours is coming or going?
Could be either.
Let's see. What's the least helpful response?
Do you want the dog? I don't want this dog.
I don't want the dog.
Oh, Fenrir's gonna look up at Darcy, and if he was a human, he would be doing like this because he's a dog.
Oh no!
Doing this.
Oh no! Oh no!
And the only thing that's gonna be said, yes, Fenrir's gonna look at Darcy and go, "So, you got a boyfriend?"
Yeah. Just when you thought it couldn't get creepier, here we are. Welcome to Creepy Town. Bestialityville.
Take the dog, please. Please take this dog. I can't with this.
Right.
I can't do this today.
Going to look at the dog very sternly and go, "No horn dogs allowed."
Fenrir just looks at Hawk and just goes behind Darcy. No, I'm gonna stay with her.
Oh my god.
Fenrir, come.
Does Fenrir have a collar and a leash? Perhaps. Can I tie him to a tree?
Oh my god. We went from loving that dog to trying to abandon it in the wilderness. How did that happen?
Charles refuses to have a collar for him, so he just has his bow tie.
Great. Awesome. Whatever.
And once again, he
I'll
tries
deal
to do
with
this. He tries to do this again, but he just does this.
Okay,
Right.
so I'm going to make it very simple for you, Fenrir. You can go back to Charles, or you come with me nicely, or I will pick you up and I will drag you with me.
Oh, damn.
No, it's fine, Hawk. I don't need your help, thanks. And then Darcy sort of turns on her heel and starts going back the way she came.
Fenrir looks at Hawk and goes, "Yeah, my girlfriend told you," and he falls after that.
I'm not dating a dog. That's not happening.
Yeah, Dumas is looking at the picture with Charles and be like, so how do you think we can find them?
All right.
Honk is definitely going to follow whatever one of these trails deeper into the woods by herself.
All right. So, Duma, you have the ability to to teleport. Now, I have an idea. Could you possibly go to the police station, see and give them this photograph and see if you can find any information? Because, I mean, you are very, commandeering. I mean, if you tell me to do something, I'll do it. We all know this. So, if not the police station, maybe, feasibly, we just go maybe like to a mall and go find children, other teenagers and such, and go ask for information. But I am worried about Darcy, though. She keeps running off. Can you see how she's doing as well?
Maybe we could ask that ranger if they know these people.
That's it. You see, Duma, that's why I come to you for advice. You actually just hit the nail on the head. We should speak to the ranger. And maybe if we present the information we've come across, maybe she'll actually take us serious. Because we won't have Darcy breaking into a room in the hospital.
Oh, that's fucking rich coming from Charles. I'm just that out there right now.
What was she thinking? That was just so... And she talks about me. I'm not going to let her live this down.
Duma just raises an eyebrow.
No.
So is Hawk already trudging off into the farther into the woods down the trail that they've been following, or they've just discovered, rather? Nope, you didn't unmute yourself.
Damn it, I clicked unmute. I guess I can take it. But yeah, absolutely.
All right, so yeah, Hawk is already starting to fade off into the brush, unless you guys go to catch up. Y'all.
Darcy's going back to the playground.
Does Charles see Hawk going into the brush?
Yeah, everybody does.
Duma, so it looks like we're gonna have to split up. I'm going to need you to go find the ranger, and I'm going to apparently have to follow after Hawk. That girl is going to give me a heart attack one of these days. Oh, why? And he goes after Hawk.
How
the turntables?
I eat so many of your baked goods to try and keep you from having a heart attack.
What's Darcy up to then?
I said I was going back. Darcy I'm going back to the playground. Darcy does not want to have anything to do with Hawk. And in fact, she would probably like to get rid of Fenrir too, but...
But here you are.
If Charles sees Darcy walking back, he's going to yell at her, "How can you leave your friend and teammate by herself?"
Oh, shut the fuck up, Charles.
Oh, he's caught again. He runs away.
Duma,
At
what's
this
she up to? Oops, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Darcy.
at this point, Darcy's probably just like breaking off branches with her baseball bat. Like, just
Tell me
hitting
what to
shit.
do. All right, what's Duma
Duma
doing?
just nods. She looks at the picture. So, we need to find this man and this woman. Think the ranger might know about him. How are we going to find her again? Maybe we think she's still at the hospital?
Yes. Now, something to note. I think maybe I'm not sure if you're confusing the picture or not. We had identified that as that's Uma. So I'm not sure if that's been misread or
said
what.
it gave you the picture of
Oh,
the people that they attacked them.
No, it's a picture of Uma.
Oh, okay, so it was just a picture of Uma. Never mind.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Well, Duma knows what they look like, so she can describe them. And he did say their names, he did say their names, but I completely forgot them.
It's okay. Duma remembers. Duma remembers all.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Oh my goodness. Scott's Case Files, sponsored. No, really not sponsored by Pepperidge Farms either. Sorry. We don't do cookies.
Oh,
I want cookies.
We got the kitty. Got the
I
lovely
get
kitty.
all of Charles' cookies.
All right.
oh my goodness.
What's your booze? What you doing? What you going? Okay. If say Duma, what's Duma's play, and then we'll kind of move the clock forward here.
Well, we need to find the ranger. Maybe we could call the police station and ask where the ranger is that we need to talk with him.
Now you do happen to have a move, by the way.
What move do I have?
I can only suggest so much.
Duma. I can teleport to.
Complete that thought.
A place you've been or someone you know well.
I don't know her well, though.
Oh,
That's
I
why I was
suppose. Okay, I suppose there is that.
You go to the hospital, I guess.
Okay, yeah, so I suppose that doesn't trigger that move. So yes.
Yeah, well, I'm just gonna have Duma call the local police station and ask if she could speak with the ranger. Or knows where the ranger is or anything.
They'll kind of like, we'll take your name and number, let the ranger get back to you.
She'll tell him that she has information on the local case.
Okay. So before we handle Huck and Charles moving around and Darcy going back to the playground. So yeah, I'll say the call comes back rather speedily. And next thing you know, you do hear the voice of the woman that you remember rousting Darcy out of the room. Yes. Yeah. Hello. This is Ranger Ellis. To whom am I speaking, please?
Hello. My name is Dumas. I'm calling in regards to some murders here recently. And I think I got some information on who might be responsible. And I would like to see if you might want to tell us where we might find these people.
You kind of hear a bit of silence, and she's like, ma'am, that's not how this works. I don't help you find people. You point me in the right direction. What have you got?
What was their names again?
You just know Jenny and Sean.
So I was talking with this man out here, and he said that Jenny and Sean were acting very weird, and they attacked his girlfriend with knives.
You kind of hear like another pause, and then it's like, all right, do you get any last names there, or who's the person you talked to? Who reported this?
Well, the man's still there. It's like, hey, he's still there, right?
No, he's wandered down the path back to like the where the cars are parked, etc.
No, I didn't get any last names.
She's like, ma'am, I do appreciate your assistance, but I will say you are not a great investigator.
All right.
So don't try to go off on your own. I've met one too many civilians who are trying to solve crimes on their own, and trust me when I say you are not cut out for this line of work.
All right.
She hasn't met us. Actually, she has.
Yes.
Oh, no.
She has.
She's met us and judged us.
Funny. She's like, did you have anything else for me?
No, I think that's about all.
All right, ma'am. Dumas, is this a good number to contact you back at if I need to?
Sure.
Okay. What's your last name, Dumas?
Do I need a last name?
That sounds like something a criminal would say, but I'll go ahead and say yes, you have a last name. What might that be?
She just hangs up.
Hang up. Good call.
Good job, Duba.
She could probably use one of ours.
All right, let's catch Darcy on the playground. What's Darcy up to?
I'll be honest, she's smacking trees with her baseball bat.
All right.
Just kind of angry.
Yeah, gotta work some of that out.
You know, like a couple minutes before, it was just ignoring everyone and trying to get space, whatever. And now it's progressed to I'm going to be violent on inanimate objects.
Yeah.
Well, there's this annoying
Inanimate
talking
objects.
dog who insists he's my boyfriend following me.
I just don't know what I'm doing in this session so far, but okay. Do more like walk over to Darcy. You having fun?
Tons. What do you want?
Nothing else to do.
So you're bored? That's why you're talking to me? Because I don't have anything else that's useful to bring to the table? I'm not a good source of information. I'm just the assistant. Is that why I'm here your boredom and make things interesting? I'm sorry, Dumas. You didn't do anything. I should go yell at Hawk instead. Oh.
Yeah.
And actually, no. I'll give Dumas a chance to respond.
You know, Hawk's not doing all that well either.
Okay. She doesn't need to treat me like a baby. Call me her assistant, as if she's the leader here. Whatever. I'm the one with the vehicle. I could leave her ass here right now if I wanted to.
You could do that.
Maybe I should.
Are you going to do that?
No, not gonna do that. Because that is not something a good person does. And I'm making some real efforts to be a good person, you know.
It's a lot of work.
I know. It's so much easier to be a criminal. And be bad and not care about what happens to other people. Now I have things like feelings. People I care about. And I shouldn't do that, because if you care about somebody, then you're just giving them an opportunity to hurt you. Because maybe I wouldn't have cared about what she said if I didn't care about Hawk so much.
Yeah. I know the feeling, but most of the time I'm just numb.
You don't ever get angry? Do you want to hit this tree with me?
Not really.
Okay. Fenrir, you can't hit the tree. You can't hold a baseball bat.
Fenrir's actually going to sit and look at you, look at Darcy, and then go, besides thinking you're like totally the greatest thing ever, I'm actually really jealous of you. Because even when I was back as a person, my dad obviously loves both you and Hawk way more than he's ever loved anyone. Hell, he told me, like, when we were reconciling, he told me about how he was just going to blow his head off, but if he was working with any other just regular people, but because he has you guys as a team, he has a family again, and he's got the greatest gift of all, 2 daughters, and yeah, I'm jealous. But I also like you. Yeah. And then he nuzzles your leg.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Fenrir. This feels like a breach of Charles's privacy, though. So,
Oh, I was telling you that so you could use that as your advantage. You can hold that above my dad.
Okay, well, thanks, I suppose. I don't have a desire to hold anything above your father, but okay.
But I just also wanted you to know that you're also cared about, so don't be mad.
I mean, just a word of advice. Possibly the worst thing to tell someone when they're angry is don't be angry. Don't be mad.
Yeah, Duma looks down at the dog. What happened to the dog?
I couldn't tell you, Duma. I'm trying to figure it out myself. I would also like to get rid of him.
Oh, and that's when Darcy dropped him off at a kill shelter.
Oh my god.
No.
The doting doggo has become a smitten kitten.
Touche.
Ugh, it's gross.
All right, I'm going to catch up to Hawk and Charles real quick. Hawk and Charles, trudging through, following the trails. What you doing on the way?
Charles coming up behind me? I'm not aware.
Just kind of going off on your own, blazing a path, the literal blazing a trail down the side there.
Yeah, it's like the radio told me. I need to go my own way.
Call it another lonely day. I don't think that's words.
That's not really. So, yeah, I would say you're walking for about a whole 15 minutes, and you kind of turn a bend, in the forest. Now, again, you're kind of still in a deep foliage. This is not where, no paths have been, walked out or carved out, or not even a deer path through here. So you're trudging through like knee-high or taller grass that's, wrapping around, feels like it's almost wrapping around your legs, sticks and other stuff. And, it gets really dark here and there as you pass under a whole bunch of trees, the canopies blotting out the sun. And you turn a corner and you see, sure as day, the trail ends at this little makeshift shack. It looks like it's something like someone bought it from like a big box store. It was meant to, like, that's what you put your lawnmower and your tools in, and that kind of thing.
Oh,
and set it up
yeah.
here. What? do you do?
Well, clearly it exists to be investigated. This is Hawk logic, by the way. I've gone through a forest of partner something, and I've come across like a little prefab tool shed in the middle of nowhere. That's got to be suspicious. Let's check it out.
All right. What's Charles doing? As he also then rounds the bend not too far later.
Hawk, please do not go into the suspicious shed. Can we? Can you not do that?
As the kids say.
As the kids say, this would be a total nope moment. Only this is nothing good. Stay away from the shed, please. And he's. Oh no.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Is Charles actually caught up enough before I actually get to the shed?
I'll say you're about 10 feet away from it by the time he catches up to you and gives his words of wisdom.
I don't know. Is there some sort of obvious lock or whatever on the front door?
No, there is absolutely not.
You know, kind of half look over and show, and go, Charles, it'll be fine. And continue on to the shed with the intention of opening the door.
Okay. Well, we just triggered. Don't worry. I'll check it out. So it's not technically by yourself, but you basically advance straight into this, yeah. Any normal person would treat this as a scary place. So go ahead and why don't you mark experience for that?
Done?
So right as Hawk gets up to the door opens right before she touches it, and this guy comes out, and he's wearing like torn jeans and a really, really grungily dirty tank top. His hair is all frizzled, has a crazy look about him, and he actually has a knife in his hand. And you can hear as he kind of doesn't look over his shoulder, but he kind of directs his voice in that direction. He's like, Jenny, looks like we got company. We got 2 more for the master.
Oh.
And Jenny's like, ooh. I do that. Let's leave the suspense there, and let's cut to Darcy and Dumas. What are you all not doing now?
We're split up.
Now there's now a hunch. You have a hunch, Darcy.
Oh, I could do that.
Yeah, so let me bring it up again, just because I forget what exactly it does. There it is.
Let's roll this.
All right, that's cool.
Holy bajolies.
Oh my gosh!
What the hell did you just roll?
Double sixes, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Which means
That's a crit.
you knew where you needed to go just in time to get there.
Okay. So, I forgot to switch over to the screen to show the awesome roll. It's a 14. So, this is... I have a feeling that the hunches is going to be doing a lot of, like, time warping. So, like, you, for example, the Hawk has been walking for a good 15 minutes when she discovers the shed. So in that 15 minutes, you were talking to Dumas and having your conversation about, Hawk, etc., and how you're not his little, mentory, etc. And that was like 5 minutes into it, and suddenly you got this hunch, like, oh my god, it's Hawk.
Shit's going down.
Shit's going down, and as usual, it's fucking Hawk. Of course
Right.
it is.
Yeah, she's just walking like through the forest, like beating the branches off the trees.
So basically, yeah. So what the move does is it alerts you at that time, giving you ample time, that 10 minutes to speed walk or run or whatever. And right as this all goes down, is Dumas following, by the way?
I assume so.
Okay.
We've established that
I don't want you to
Darcy's
assume,
quite the
Dom.
runner, also.
Oh yeah. I don't want to assume, Dumas. You tell me what you're doing. I want to make sure it's what you want to do.
Yeah, well, there's nobody else there, so she'll follow Darcy.
Yeah, it would just be more boring without Darcy, so might as well be less boring. So yeah, yeah, go ahead.
I appreciate that fiction where Darcy's like, I got a feeling, and Dumas like, all right, let's go. I trust Darcy's gut.
Well, she's like, what else is there to do? I'm just going to stand here and look at flowers. Or I could follow Darcy into probable danger. Which would interest you the most, I wonder?
The ninja.
The ninja. Yes, exactly. So, watch that episode, Scott's Case Files. Check it out. So yeah, so as we'll kind of frame this scene as like you hear Jenny go, ooh-wee! That's when Darcy and Dumas break through the foliage right behind, or like not behind, but like to the side and behind Charles.
So the move says, oh no, just in time to get there. I thought it said that it would be just in time to do something, and I was wondering if I would have an action or not.
Gotcha.
But it's all good.
You knew where you need to go. You just had to get there.
I mean, it's better than the 7 to 9, which is that you get there too late, in time to interfere, but not time to prevent it.
Yeah.
So that would imply the 10 plus means you do arrive in time to prevent whatever bad thing's about to happen.
So, like, you could do a protect on Hulk if you wanted.
Could I?
Sure.
No,
that sounds reasonable from the move description.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go. Protect someone. Where is it?
I don't believe Hawk's taken any harm yet, though.
Well, again, that's
you don't have to take it yet. This is to stop you from taking it in the first place.
11. Wow.
Oh, hey!
We're doing some stuff here. All right, so protect someone. All right, let's see. So 11. So 10 plus. Choose an extra. Interesting. So, what are you going to do to this harm that's about to potentially become Hawk?
All impending danger is now focused on me.
All right.
That sounds kind of like a diving tackle was shoved me out of the way, and now they're all facing you, kind of sort of thing.
Right.
God.
Exactly.
A little extra for Darcy too.
Huh?
Put that in the chat.
Yeah, you get experience.
Oh, there you go. Good job.
Go.
Cool. So yes,
Yeah.
So Darcy gets experience due to Hawk's move. Awesome. So let's see here. So yeah, this has become very different. Charles, used to being the muscle, as he's described himself this episode, instead of being right there where he should be, he's not. And like right as what do you call it? Sean kind of calls to Jenny, and then he raises that knife up. Basically, Hawk gets pushed out of the way and is now in basically being touched with the tip of the knife to her, like, hollow of her throat.
Wait a minute. This triggers something for Charles.
Oh my God.
Again.
What is it?
Never again. Never again. In combat, you may choose to protect someone without rolling, as if you rolled a 10 plus.
Right. We're all protecting each other.
Oh wow,
Big happy family over here.
This is quite the scene. All right, so yeah, so the wow, what is the logical conclusion here? All right, so Charles, not to be outdone as the muscle, basically runs up and does the thing where like he grabs Darcy by like the back of her collar and like lifts her back, And basically, now he is standing right there, the knife on him. I will say, just for
fucking ragdoll.
So Charles takes 0 harm. It's the guy's not trying to cut you, but you took something. So it's a 0 harm. It'll heal by the end of the scene. But you are going to feel a bit of pain. That's the effect you have. It hurts as he scrapes you with it, almost on accident. You kind of made him do it. You made him cut you.
Well, he's going to make Charles do something in response then.
Well, right now, I think what we have is a conga line.
A Congo line of doom.
What's basically going to happen is Charles is going to try to kick him in the nuts.
More like Dima folds her arms and looks at this nonsense. Can somebody set these children down so we can talk to them?
Ooh, Dumas, voice of reason. All right, who's doing something? Otherwise, they will. Jenny does come out. She is her clothing is very similar. The torn jeans is covered with mud, like, that's been on there for days. A tank top, equally dirty. Her hair all bedraggled. Looks like she was wearing makeup at one time, but it's now all smeared, and she must have been crying at one time, or something. It's smeared, or mascara, that kind of thing. But most of it's been washed off. You see only the vague vestiges left of it, and she both of them have this wild look in their eyes, like they're not all there. You're looking at Manson.
I gotta move for this.
Charles is going to kick.
Oh my god! Stop at the moves! I can't do it anymore! Alright, what's your move?
Jima says in a soft, quiet voice, "Children, please calm down. Listen to me. Tell me what happened."
Oh my goodness. Alright, let's find Dima here. Give me a second.
And, yeah.
Oh, there. No. Oop, soothe. Yes, there you go.
I did it for you.
Thank you. Okay, so when you talk to someone for a few seconds in a quiet voice, you calm them down, blocking any panic, anger, or negative emotions they have. It works even if the thing that freaked them out is still present, as long as your voice can be heard. It's interesting. So we haven't established that this works on more than one person. Is it whoever can hear you? Is it a person you focus on? What do you think?
I think it could work on like a small group of people. That'd probably be fine.
All right. So they. Okay. Let's say they hear your voice, and Sean, the guy with the knife, he's looking. I mean, he's looking at the blood he's just drawn from Charles. Charles was made to bleed his own blood again, and you can as usual. And Charles can see in his eyes that this is whatever Dumas' trick is. It's working. He kind of that Manson look in his eyes kind of fades a bit, where it's more like disoriented, and like the knife, the arm that's holding the knife kind of drops limply to his side. Still has a knife. He hasn't dropped it, but it's there, and it looks like he's just holding it at this point. He's not threatening, and Jenny is just kind of enraptured with the sounds. But her Manson eyes have died down too.
Duma will walk up.
What's Charles doing also? Is he just holding himself back?
Oh, hell no. He's going to look at Duma and go, he doesn't need to be standing to answer your questions, does he? And he kicks his knee.
Oh my god. All right. Go ahead. He's not at this point. He's not in a violent mood, so I don't know. I can make you roll kick ass, but you'll do some harm to him as he kind of screams out in pain and tumbles to the ground, kind of collapses right there.
And then that's when Charles gets down next to his ear and goes, "Now I don't care that you were possessed by some weird creature thing, but
Duma is just gonna
That's for Uma.
Duma's gonna just wrap around Charles and try to pull him back so he doesn't friggin' beat the beat.
Funny.
Charles,
I'm not the only person that can do it. I mean,
you do not hit people that have surrendered.
Ooh.
You do,
Charles,
you do-
Duma, I had a very good reason why I had to do this. I couldn't hit the girl. You don't hit girls when you're a man.
oh
And
my god.
He had to be hit. He had to be hit in vengeance for poor Uma. Now I'm done.
That's
I caused him his pain, and now I am happy. I shall tell Kenneth of this later. And Charles just goes and stands back all proud.
Darcy's gonna kind of lean down to where she pushed Hawk out of the way and be like, "You're hearing this, right? This is the same guy who a few weeks ago knocked out a lady for no reason."
Charles, we're gonna have a discussion about this quite soon. But for now, we need to figure out what's going on here. She'll kneel down at the guy and we'll try this. Where he hurt his leg, she'll put her hand on his leg and just say a few quiet words like the angelic language, and try to heal it.
Okay, so you're using magic to do that?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll plus weird.
This is.
All right, 9. All right, it works imperfectly. Choose your effect and glitch. So the effect is you want to heal 1 harm from injury, I'm assuming. What do you want the glitch to be?
Where is my... I'm having a trouble seeing the rolls in this thing for some...
Oh.
I mean, the sheets do allow you to expand the basic moves. It's at the very, very top. There's a hunter's move reference.
let me just reload the page.
Yeah, go ahead.
You can do the effect is weakened, the effect is of short duration, you take 1 harm, the magic draws immediate unwelcome attention, or it has a problematic side effect.
Oh no.
Okay.
No pressure.
We'll just say that she takes 1 harm.
Okay, mark 1 harm. And that is armor piercing, so that isn't
Yes.
affected by armor. Okay.
He was not worth it.
Yeah. So he looks up to you. He's like, he looks at Dumas. He's like, "Wow, you have the power. Are you like him?"
Who is he? Do you know what he is?
And he looks to Jenny, and Jenny's like, "It's a test. It's another test." He kind of looks to Jenny, and very gleefully, like this is like an opportunity you've just given him. It's like, it's a test. It's a test. You have power like him, don't you? Say yes. Say yes, you do. I can sense it.
Children, I am older than you can possibly imagine.
And like Jenny's like, I sense it. I sense it in her. Like, the master just needs to survive, and we serve him and help him. We could serve you, maybe. Well, he kind of looks at Jenny, and she's like, no, we already pledged to the master.
Do you know where this master is?
He's in the world where he's gonna... And Jenny like literally covers her mouth like in glee, like a kid trying to hold back when opening that Chris's present on Christmas Day, that she can see the shape of it and is unwrapping it and knows it's what she wants. And John, he's like, oh, he lives in the most beautiful, serene, wonderful place, a place where we're going to go after we finish serving him. It's our reward. And it's going to be so wonderful and nice. This world, everything is harsh and dirty and loud and painful. And the world that the master lives in is so sweet and tender and soft like silk.
We sure these aren't just Christians?
This
Sorry.
This world is broken. And I would like to fix it. Maybe this master can help. Maybe you can show us his world. Can you take us to it?
No, we don't have the right to go to his world. We can only send others to the Nether for him. And once we've collected enough, then we get to go to his world. But we can't touch it before then.
Could you send us there now?
To the Nether?
How would you do that?
Well, he kind of looks at Jenny, and Jenny looks back at him, and they look like elated. It's like, oh, one of such power. And then they're like, and these three would feed the master for so long. We should. And Jenny's like, you can see like the glee, and she has a knife now in her hand. She takes it from behind her back. It was like in her belt loop. And she takes it there, and she's like, "This is gonna hurt. You have to be near death and choose to go to him."
Oh my god! Thanks, Duma. Now they're gonna kill us.
And that's where we'll end the session.
Oh god.
To be continued. So, yeah.
Well, that's something.
Oh my goodness.
All right, let's see here. Let's go right to XP right away. Let's see. All right, so end of session experience. Let's see here. All right. Did we conclude the current mystery? No.
No.
Did we save someone from certain death or worse? No. I don't think so.
Probably not.
Okay. Did we learn something new and important about the world? Maybe.
Yes.
What did we learn?
That apparently copyrighted monsters exist in this world.
They're not copyrighted. They are not, in this world. They are not copyrighted, and they're thin. They're not svelte. All right, so that's something. Did we learn something new and important about one of the hunters? Yes.
Yes. Yeah, Fenrir.
Well, there's that.
Fenrir's not a hunter, but yeah.
Well, there's also Fenrir also gave up some stuff on Charles.
Yeah.
So that counts. All right, so if we get one or two yes answers, each hunter marks one experience.
Ooh.
All right, so I hope
And also,
level.
Duma was saying some stuff that that other people might not know.
Oh, sure. True story. So there we are. Whew, so many moves. Oh, wow. So many. It's like, I'm exhausted from moves, man. I'm exhausted from moves. But
We've
here we
all
are.
been taking those as our improvements. Just more moves.
Yeah, I know. God damn. All right. So, yes, I hope you've been remembering to mark your failures, or your misses, rather, as experience. So remember that. Otherwise, good session. I think we got at least a few, role play moments in there, role play scenes. between hunters. That's awesome. And yeah, I just love seeing development between you, and that's really building. When we first started, I didn't know what kind of relationships we'd be seeing here, but yeah, it's like this is not what I expected, but I'm very happy for it. It's nice. It's an interesting turn of events that brings all this along, etc., etc. So really cool. And you also did a great job, as usual. You're kicking ass. You're taking names, or most actually, people are taking your names, right, Darcy?
She didn't get my name.
Darcy.
This is the second week in a row that I've almost gotten arrested.
Well,
I'm
it's the
not
second
doing
week in a row you're
great.
doing something illegal, so one thing leads to another.
I don't know. Last time it was just brandishing a firearm.
It was only
we were in-
brandishing a firearm at a crowd. It's not like it's a crime anywhere in the
we were in-
50
we
United
were-
States.
We were in Arkansas. You figured they wouldn't be as weird about it.
Oh, good times, good times. This is like the stream of what not to do, kids.
Yeah, I was just struggling to figure out what to do this session really bad.
Well, yeah, and I think Cassie, I think you're getting to a point in the character where you have to figure out what I can see you're trying to figure out what Dumas' thinking, where her motivation is. Like, why is she even here with these people? What is she doing? Is she just avoiding boredom? At this point, or is it or what? Or is she looking for some kind of redemption? Who knows? So yeah, I can kind of see in what you're doing, Cassie, that you're exploring Dumas and hopefully getting some answers out of your RP.
Yeah.
Cool. So since we're right on time, let's say goodbye to our wondrous players. Again, I usually spend a little more time gushing over them, but these are the stars of the show. These are the people who bring everything together. These are the people above me. There's a reason that I place them above me on the stream. They are who you should be focused on. They are the stars of the show, and they do a great job of what they do. So please love them as much as I do, in a platonic sense. And so yeah, let's say goodbye to our people. So Cassie.
Okay, goodbye, peoples. I hope you have a good night.
Excellent. We got Emily.
Goodbye.
And we got Jason.
I will make you all suffer. Next.
Last
Except for Darcy, who has been suffering already.
but not least, we have Brian. And Brian, where can they find you all over the onlines, over the internets?
All right, so let's make this easy. So the first place you may find me is on Twitter, at Mr. Nerdy Brian. Of course, it'll pop up as Horror and Dubs. Now, I'm actually doing something new. I'm putting up a piece of art every day, something new that I draw. And I've been doing our characters recently, so remember to check that out. I just got done with Charles, Fenrir, and Darcy. I'm going to be working on Hawk now. And, of course, you can find me on YouTube on Horror and Dubs. And thank you so much, everyone. And I can't wait to see you all till next week.
Excellent. And I am the ringleader, if you will. I am Scott's Case Files. And if you're watching us on Twitch, please do think of following me. And hit the little thing and be alerted when I go live, etc. See more Monster of the Week, and probably some video games coming up soon. We had some mishaps with the other role-playing game. But there is that. You can also, if you're watching this on, and of course all my stuff in Twitch is in the About, so click About, all my social media links. The same stuff will be found if you're watching this on YouTube in the description. And, if you're there, please subscribe, check out my stuff, watch it. Let me know what you're thinking about it. I'm very curious. So otherwise, again, my players are the most awesomest ever, and I appreciate them.
Yes, I know I am.
And for that, I will bid you a fond farewell. I hope everybody has a good week. I know it's been tough. It's going into the pandemic still. I had some rough days going on. I had some good days. Since I'm here for a second, I did get back from my road trip, and I gave away some dice that I blessed at Gary Gygax's memorial, and I do have some others left. I haven't figured out what I'm doing with them yet. Several packs of them.
Send them to us.
I just might. I'm not sure you want me to know your addresses, though. That would be creepy. But we'll figure that out. Then we'll have to roll them somewhere. So anyway, there we are. I hope everybody has a great night, great week, and we'll see you next week on Monster of the Week to find out what happens in the Thin Man mystery. That's Slenderman. All right, bye for now.